personally, but I've gotten a written up from I got a write up from every guy here. He's got a bit of an interesting write up here. He's a husband. He's a proud dad of 7. I'm gonna say this guy's very Irish. I don't know. A proud dad of 7. Wonderful. That sounds awesome. Cancer survivor. 7 kids. You got a tough man. Very tough man. And I'm gonna assume he does well on the stage. Please make it loud for Tommy J. Warren.
Yes, you heard that correct. I do have 7 kids. It is not my fault. I really enjoy playing with the box they come in. So, yes, I'd have more, but I did give myself, I didn't give myself a vasectomy. That would fucking hurt like hell. No, I took myself out of the gene pool. So, ladies, you all missed out. You could have had this. So, it was funny you mentioned Donald Trump and all that. On the way here, my one daughter we were driving along and she's like, oh my God, Donald Trump wants to do this, he wants to do that. And I was like, you don't gotta worry about it. There's a reason why. Because we got Doug Ford. He's gonna shut the power off. He's gonna buy Alaska. And I got thinking about it. I was like, no, it's impossible. Sexual predators can't run the country in Canada. So he will never get to be Canada's prime minister. It was a lot funnier in my head. Yeah. Sometimes I have the opportunity to think with the wrong head. This one, not that one. Again, with 7 kids, I got a lot of. My kids are dicks. You guys parents ever tell you, can't wait till you have one like you? I got fucking 7. And they're all like me. My 2 daughters are here tonight. My spicy one and my oldest child, who's 22, who looks like she's 13. But one day she comes up to me and she's like, I want to look older. How much do you think plastic surgery will cost? And I was like, if you go get plastic surgery to make yourself look older, there's going to be many women that will kill you because they would spend what you're about to spend to look younger. And she didn't understand that aspect. And I was like, when you're 50, 60, 70, I won't be here, but you will. And then she proceeded to walk into the wall. And I was like, yeah, that's my oldest one. My youngest one is just like me, he's a fucking dick. We were out driving, and a little prick he was 3 years old, 4 years old at the time, we were driving along. And I'm driving, we're just out for a cruise. This was when gas was cheap, not the way it is now. And all I heard my little guy say to my next youngest son, well, look at Daddy, he's fat. The little fucker wasn't lying, but, and my wife spins around and goes, Ronald, his name's Ronald, you can't say that, it's rude. And he shoots back without even thinking, he goes, well, it's not rude if it's true. If I could have dislocated my arm and beat that little motherfucker, I would have had my kids taken away a long time ago. And then my other daughter, who's here tonight, she's my spicy one. Oh, she is. Oh my God. We were arguing one day. And you guys ever argue with a female teenager? Don't. For those of you that don't have female teenagers yet, don't. My friends were over, we were all sitting there, and she was like, look, if you have a problem with my operating system, talk to the manufacturer. So I went over and smacked her mother. Oh, okay, Donald Trump joke's not funny, but fucking, spousal abuse is fucking hilarious. How'd you like that one? So, yeah. Yeah, and then I'm a huge car enthusiast. I like a lot of old cars. I used to have a collection until I became a comedian. Yeah, I'm rolling in fucking overdraft now. We were all out in my garage, and my friends were over. We were working on our cars, and we were all talking. Anybody here have a car they sold that they wish they didn't?
Yeah.
All right. I think everyone has that.
81 Trans Am, man.
Yeah. So
Oh, you didn't like that?
we were all talking. No. I had a 1980 that got stolen from me, so no. So we're all there, and my one buddy was like, "Well, what's your favorite ride?" Talking around, and they asked my little guy, and he got really excited. And he's like, "Well, I like Daddy's Suburban." And he goes, "But I know what my dad's favorite ride is." And I'm like, "Oh my fucking god!" So before I can even say anything, they ask him, "Well, what's your dad's favorite ride?" He looks them dead in the eyes and he goes, "My mom." He's not wrong. This is the second time this little bastard's put me in my place and was correct both times. So I took him out for ice cream. 3 days later, I get a call from the school. They were talking in class about their parents. And he volunteered the information that my favorite ride is my wife. The teacher looked at him and said, "Pardon?" To give him a chance to say, "I didn't say that." The little bugger, not only did he repeat himself, he looked at the teacher and he goes, "That's because my mom and dad like Tuck." And that's when she dragged him out of the class. So I had to explain to the principal that he's not wrong. Thank God it wasn't in front of the class. He was 7 at the time. Grade 1s don't want to hear that shit. So, yeah, no, as you can tell, I am one of the unbalanced. As you can tell, I'm one of the unbalanced fat. I thought I fell through the fucking thing. Because I was about to say, he said he was fat. What do you put me at? Like larger? He's the XL, I'm the triple XL. I just went through the fucking floor. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the fastest you've ever seen me get down. Don't ask my wife, she'll disagree with that. Oh, I give her the best 3 seconds of her life, whether she likes it or not. How many years married? Who else been married? How long have you been married?
15 years.
15 years. Anybody beat 15 years?
Yeah.
45.
45.
Yeah, there you go.
She's always right.
Yeah, she's always right. Bullshit. And I can say that because that's my aunt and uncle. I know them personally. I've been married a while, and I'm so glad I'm not dating. There's no fucking way I could date nowadays. When I was younger, if I called you an ass licker on the school ground, I was king of the yard, man. That was a great insult. Now it's the first option on all dating apps. But my secret, people ask me, like, how do you, like, my wife's come out to my shows. She's seen just about everything. She lives with me. Can you imagine living with this? Some guy who can't even fucking keep his balance on stage. So people ask, like, what's your secret? What do you do? So, you know, that she wants to be with you. She gave you 7 fucking kids, right? Trust me, it's not this. It's my secret is that I give her an orgasm every time. That's my best advice. Man, give your woman an orgasm every fucking time. No matter what. Don't be selfish. Whether she swallows it, wipes it off, lets it drip down, that's up to her. But I give her one every fucking time. Like when I was a teenager, like my favorite position was called the JFK. Right? That's where we were in the back of the car, she'd scream, I'd blow all over her face. So I moved up in the world, and I can honestly say, like, I am genuinely very happy with my wife. I love my fucking kids. I wouldn't change it for anything. And as you guys heard, yes, I am a cancer survivor. I received a call 8 years ago that I had very bad advanced colon cancer and it was going to kill me. So I asked the doctor, what are my options? And he said, well, there's surgery or death. Well, I really like my wife, like my kids. I love my life right now. So I went for the surgery, and can honestly say I'm standing here. I no longer have colon cancer. I've beaten it. So because of that, every year I get to go in for one of those advanced physicals. And when I say advanced, they touch me in places my wife won't even if I offer to pay her. So last year I went in, and I went in for my physical, and the doctor walks in, washes his hands. He was going to start off by checking for a hernia. So the older men, you know how they check for a hernia, right? Grab your balls, they tell you to cough. His hands were cold. He just washed his fucking hands. That water was cold. Guys, what happens when you're cold? Right? I don't need help with that. I'm white. No offense. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to make you spit. Spitters are quitters. So I caught me off guard. So the best I could get was right. So I looked down. He looked up. He's right here. Hold on to my balls. And I panicked. I didn't know what to do. So I put my hand on his head. Keep in mind where he is and what he's hanging on to. And then I rubbed my fingers through his hair. Next week I go in for this year's physical. And I can't fucking wait because my wife doesn't know it. You guys are gonna find out me and him are dating now. My wife just thinks I go for a lot of tests. And he's just willing to touch me where she won't. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been my time. I'd like to thank you for putting on the show. Let's get back to your host.
Tommy J. Warren, everybody. Wow. Very funny. Funny. Well, we got one more guy before the headliner of the night.